just going to do something a little bit different today. I've had a few people wanted me to do a video on the aquarium. I've sort of been putting it off as I've had a few issues with it of late, with some green hair algae, getting on top of it slowly. Also, about a week ago we lost our power for 2 days, so that's knocked a few things back a bit. But what I decided, no, I'll do the video and then I can do a little update as we progress through and solve some of the issues I've had. So that is my aquarium. It is dimensions, it's 6 foot long, 2 foot wide and 2.5 foot deep. I'm running soft corals. Basically I don't want to put the time and the effort into hard corals. Hard corals are a lot harder with the chemistry of the water. A lot of dosing, and to me, yeah, I like them, but it's too much work for me. I don't get the chance to enjoy the aquarium. As you can see, there is still quite a bit of hair algae. As bad as that does look, 6 months ago I was pulling probably an ice cream container full of a hair algae out a day. I don't know why it flared up, but I have a few suspicions. I think my sump actually got a bit dirty. Other than that, I don't know. So I've cleaned the sump out. For those that want to know about the fish, the striped ones at the top here, they're stripies. They're a local fish. I caught them when they were probably a centimetre long. Caught them when I was catching some food fish. They've grown to that size. I've had them for probably 5 years now. I've got 3 of them in the tank, I think. Yep. This fella here, this is a bird nose wrasse. A lot of people like that because of its shape. That I've had for probably close to 5 years too. It was, well, at least half, if not less, the size. Was a female when I bought it, so it was actually a limey green. And probably about 6 months ago, it decided I'm going to be a boy. On this one here, everybody knows Dory. Dory is a hippo tang or blue tang. Now when I bought Dory, I actually bought 2 of them, and they were probably size of a 20-cent piece. Got them off a guy who's shutting his tank down. They lived happily together for about 2 years, and then they started to fight. So I moved the loser on to another home. What we got here? These 2 here. They are Clark Eye clownfish. They're actually an Australian clownfish. I have 2. I did have 3. I did lose 1. Now with the clownfish, the female is always the larger in the group, if you have a group. The next biggest one is the dominant male, and then all the rest are subordinate males. If the big female dies, the dominant male then changes to a female, and the next biggest male moves up to be the dominant male. So there's a bit of interest for you. Who else have I got? I've got some little damselfish up here. I got these the other day. I bought 5. If you can see them, little fellas taking around there. I actually bought 5 of them. They're very small. Put them in the tank, and 3 of them got eaten by the bird nose wrasse. The other 2, now they've settled in, they're quite happy to avoid. Very cute. They'll become quite a strong fish. They're a very strong fish. What else have I got in the tank? This fella here, he's a temporary resident. I caught him the other day when I was catching some shrimp. Any local fisherman would probably recognise it as a buff brim. Now that fish will, in the wild, grow to about 3 foot long. So that's a temporary resident. I actually put it in there because they're vegetarian and hoping it will eat a lot of the algae and help clean that up. But at some stage I will have to catch it and put it back. Onto the corals. There are a variety of soft corals in here. Big toadstool. I did lose some of the smaller corals when I had the algae outbreak. Basically they got smothered. So once I get that fully under control, I will put some more in here. I do have a few other things in here which I'll probably point out in another video. Some starfish, I have a sea urchin in there, etc. For any of you that are interested, I'll just show you underneath the filtration, and everything is underneath the tank. I have a old reef octopus protein skimmer kicking away on this side. My sump is built in 2 halves so I can get it in there. So I have overflow going into that section there through some shells. It goes into the skimmer section, which then has a connection through to this bit here. The bit on the right, which is in the middle, actually houses my return pump. The bit on the left here, that is actually my refugium, which is growing algae. But I had the power out for 2 days. I lost most of the algae, so I've got a tiny little clump of it there, hoping it will come back to life. It looks like it's growing, so we'll see how that goes. And the tub on the end there is my water top up. So I've got an auto top up on this. That is actually fresh water. For those that don't realise, when you lose evaporation out of a marine tank, you lose the fresh water. The salt remains behind. So you top up with fresh water, not salt water, else you build up the salinity too much. So the other interesting thing is it is cold at the moment, so a cold fish tank loses more water than a hot fish tank in the cold weather because of the temperature differential. So my tank sits at around 25 degrees. We're getting down to under 10 degrees at night, so I can actually lose 8 to 10 litres of water out of this tank per 24 hours. I do not run covers on the top of the tank. I don't like covers. They don't give you the good oxygen exchange, and they get salt-free, they get dirty, and they don't allow the best light for them. You spend all the money to get decent lights, and then the glass gets dirty and blocks after it, so that's it. So that is my quick tour. I'll come back probably, I don't know, do another video in say a month's time. We'll see how things have changed, and if I've got any new inhabitants, I'll give you a run through on them. Oh, I did miss one thing. There is my ringtail tank. That came out of somebody else's tank that was shut down. He's probably the biggest fish in the tank. It's actually a bit like a puppy dog. He does follow me around come dinner time, so quite a nice fish. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. I'll come back in a month. We'll go over the tank, see if the algae's going, see if my algae's growing in the refugium. If I have any new inhabitants, if I've had any losses, we'll go over that. And feel free, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments. If you've got any suggestions, put them in the comments. I know a lot about aquariums, I don't know everything about aquariums, so yeah, so we'll go from there. So there's something a little bit different for you guys. See ya.